When my grandpa died, my family was shocked to find out he left all his $3 million to me. My mom screamed, "That was supposed to go to your sister." That night, they held me down and ripped up the will in front of me. I just smiled because what they tore up was actually, "Hey everyone, before we start, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe." Our channel's been a bit slow lately, and your support really helps these true stories stay alive. Okay, let's begin the story. I never thought Grandpa would pick me. I really thought he'd give everything to his 3 kids and maybe give a little money to the grandkids just to be nice. That's how things usually go in our family. Looking good is more important than real love. But here's the real deal. Me and Grandpa were super close, even if no one else saw it. He helped raise me while my parents worked crazy hours. He taught me how to fish, change a tire, and stand up for myself. He even showed me how to invest money. I was the only one who visited him every week after Grandma died. My mom, aunt, uncle, and even my sister only came when they wanted something. So when Grandpa died and the family lawyer asked to see me alone, I thought it was just about funeral stuff or bills. But instead, he gave me a copy of the will. Everything, all $3.1 million. The house, the land, the stocks, even his old cars, all of it was left to me. Only me. The lawyer looked nervous when I just sat there blinking. He said, "Your grandpa thought there'd be drama?" He told me to wait a few days before the official will reading and handed me an envelope. Inside was a handwritten letter from Grandpa. I won't share the whole thing, but it basically said, "You earned this. You're the only one who truly cared. Keep it safe and keep yourself safe." I didn't tell anyone. The next day, the official will reading happened at the house. Everyone showed up. My mom, aunt, uncle. My sister, she was already looking at the living room like she wanted to decorate it, and some second cousins pretending to care. The lawyer started with the usual stuff, then read the part everyone wanted to hear. "To my dear grandson, I give everything. No one else gets anything. This is final and on purpose." Then my mom screamed, "That was supposed to go to your sister." My aunt gasped. My uncle looked like he ate a lemon. My sister, she looked shocked. Then everyone started yelling. My mom grabbed the will and screamed that it was fake. My sister yelled she was going to sue me. My uncle said he was going to fight it in court. I didn't say a word. That night, I made the mistake of going home instead of to a hotel or the bank. Around 1 a.m., I woke up to loud knocking. It was my mom and sister. I didn't open the door at first, but they begged, said they just wanted to talk like a family. Silly me. I opened the door. As soon as I stepped back, my uncle came from the hallway, pushed me down, and the 3 of them held me. My mom had the will. My sister had scissors. Right there on my floor, they tore it into pieces, laughing. "You're not getting a single penny," my mom said. "Your grandpa didn't know what he was doing. This is fair now." They thought it was finished. But I just lay there smiling because what they tore up wasn't the real will. They thought they won. They walked out of my place acting like they did something big. I sat up, sore, heart pounding, watching pieces of the fake will fall to the ground. Let me tell you, I knew they'd try something. That's why the one they destroyed was a fake copy. It looked old, even had coffee stains. But it was just a trick. Grandpa knew this would happen. He was careful, always ahead. The real will was already with his lawyer. It was saved on the computer, legally filed, and signed by a notary. The whole thing was even on video, with Grandpa saying, "I'm giving everything to my grandson because he's the only one who cares." And to make it even stronger, there was a doctor's note saying Grandpa was totally clear-headed. The letter Grandpa gave me, it wasn't just sweet words. It had instructions, a plan, and even a warning that Mom might go wild, his exact words. The next morning, I got x-rays for the bruises on my ribs. My phone kept buzzing mostly, my mom asking to talk like adults. My sister messaged me, "Let's just split it 50/50ths and forget everything." I didn't reply. Instead, I sent the hospital report and a written statement to my lawyer. Then I called Grandpa's lawyer and told him everything. It's just what he thought would happen. The lawyer said, with a sigh, "We'll take care of it." That week, Mom and sister tried to act fast. A friend told me my uncle went to the county office trying to change the will. They thought since the original was gone, it was just my word against theirs. Then we had the second will reading. The lawyer invited them all back, this time with 2 security guards. Oh, they looked happy, like they were going to beat me. Then the lawyer pulled out a USB, plugged it in, and played a video of Grandpa, smiling and alive, filmed 5 months before he died. If you're seeing this, someone tried to lie or steal or fight what I clearly said. I gave everything to my grandson because he earned it. If you're mad, maybe think about why I didn't trust you. The room went silent. My mom looked pale. My sister ran out. My uncle said the video was fake. The lawyer just pushed over another stack of signed, stamped papers. That night, my mom came to my place again, this time alone. She didn't knock, just stood outside, calling through the door. "You're really going to do this to your own mother?" I didn't answer. She hit the door once, then left. The next day, the police came because I had reported the attack. Grandpa told me not to let them get away with it, just because we're pre-side. We're family. They thought the will was the whole fight, but I was just getting started. They thought the will was everything. They thought if they tore it up, everything would go back to normal. Them in charge, me saying thank you and doing whatever, they said. But they didn't know one big thing. Grandpa didn't just leave me money. He left me power. That $3.1 million wasn't just a bank account and old stuff. It included a 4-bedroom house where my mom and sister lived, a rental house where my uncle lived for free since 14 years ago, 23% of a family business where my aunt worked, and a trust fund for me with money every month and the power to decide who got extra help. Now, all of that was mine. First, the house. Mom and sister had lived there for over 10 years rent-free. Grandpa paid the bills and taxes, so I sent them a letter. They had 60 days to leave or start paying full rent, including all the years they didn't pay. I got called a monster, a traitor. "You wouldn't even exist without me," Mom screamed. In a voicemail. "You're kicking family into the street," my sister texted. I ignored them. Next, the family company where my aunt had a fancy HR job. Grandpa owned important shares. Now I had them. After a quiet talk with the board, I used my power. I didn't fire her. I made changes. Her whole department was replaced by a cheaper service. She got an email, switch jobs or quit. She quit. Then she called and cursed at me. Then begged for money. My uncle was next. That rental house, now mine. I told him he could buy it for cheap or move out in 90 days. He said he'd sue me. I sent him the lease he secretly signed with Grandpa last year. It had rules about not paying and getting kicked out. He left 2 weeks later. Didn't even say bye. But the best part, I didn't tell them about the trust fund. Grandpa saved 6 figures for family, but only if I thought they deserved it. If they hadn't held me down and ripped up the fake will. If they hadn't sent hate messages or tried to ruin me, they might have gotten some. Instead, I gave a piece to Grandpa's old gardener. Grandpa called him a better son than his real ones. I paid off the nurse's school loans, the one who cared for him when no one else did. I gave some money to the animal shelter he loved. My family? Nothing. The final hit came quietly. I never yelled, never posted online, never bragged. But one day, Mom came to my door. She looked tired, talked softly. "Can we talk?" I opened the door a little. Didn't say anything. She asked to move in for a few weeks. Said she missed me. Said family is all we have. I let her talk. Then I said, Grandpa warned me you'd do this. So, no. And I closed the door. I should have known what would happen next. When they couldn't win in court, when they got kicked out, when they saw I was serious, they went online. Mom posted on Facebook, after everything I did for my son, he kicked me and his sister out of the house their grandpa left to the whole family. Some people just don't care. We're staying strong. Prayers, welcome. Then came the sad comments. You raised him, and this is what he does. Greed ruins families, he'll regret it. Aunt made a petition on change.org. Protect our elderly from inheritance tricks. There was a photo of an old man in a hospital bed. The story said our dad was tricked. One family member kept everything while we suffer. It got over 5,000 signatures in 3 days. Then they called the police, said I tricked Grandpa, cut him off from family, made fake papers. Cops knocked on my door, looking serious. Okay, let them in calmly. I showed them the video will. A doctor's note saying Grandpa was clear-headed. Videos of me visiting him every week, bringing groceries. Messages showing they only called when they wanted stuff. I gave them a flash drive and said, check everything. The officer nodded slowly. Honestly, we usually see the opposite of this. Not many people are this ready. No charges. No case. But people online were still being fooled. Old friends messaged me, hey, I saw that post. Is it true? Did Grandpa really mean to give you everything? I always thought your mom and sister were so kind. Even at work, someone asked, are you that guy from Reddit? My cousin made a fake story where I was the bad grandson who cut off my family over money. They acted like victims. I was the guy with a lawyer. So, I posted just one thing. A Facebook post with a short message. This is what really happened. I added the full video of Grandpa's will reading. His face, his words, his reasons. No names, no tags. No more comments. Spread fast. In 2 days, the petition was gone. In a week, my sister deleted her Instagram. 2 weeks later, my mom's Facebook went quiet. People messaged me to say sorry. Some said they gave money to the shelter in Grandpa's name. One person, a neighbor, sent me a letter. Your grandpa was proud of you. Don't let them lie. I could have sued them. Dragged them to court. Oh, I didn't. They always acted like they were owed. Now, they had nothing. Let the silence hurt them. A year passed. Lawsuits failed. The drama ended. Family went their own ways, mad, broke, and quiet. Then one day, I got a letter. No return name. But it had my name in Grandpa's handwriting. Inside was a note, a flash drive, and one photo. The note said, if you're reading this, I'm proud of you. I knew they'd try something. This is for when things calm down. Use it if you ever need to remind them who they're dealing with. The photo was a picture from my living room, a camera I didn't know Grandpa put there. It showed my mom, sister, and uncle holding me down and ripping up the fake will. The flash drive had Grandpa's voice. If someone says I wasn't thinking straight, they're lying. I left everything to my grandson for a reason. If your name isn't his, get out of my lawyer's office. I didn't post it. I didn't call the police. I just sent a copy to each of them. No message, just proof. No words needed. Now I sit on Grandpa's porch, drink his favorite coffee, water his garden, and smile. Because they lost everything, trying to take what was never theirs. Thanks for sticking with this story. If you felt this, like, comment, and subscribe. Grandpa may be gone, but his revenge is forever.